Well, Spirituality Gone Wild is our platform.
Yes. Oh,
And the show that I do, well, that's been almost every day this week, is called Cup of Grata with a shot of expression and two squirts of reality. And I have co-squirts that come on and share their awesome stuff they're doing. And
what time is that? What
yeah,
time is that?
that's at 8 a.m. Pacific Standard Time.
I
And then
love
I
that
have,
show. Deb, I love that show. I
it's
love the show.
fun.
It's really fun. And it's just a great space to get into, which is a great space of exploration.
Thank you. I love
Yes.
that.
I love that too. Thank you.
Um, the
Agree.
other, the other things that I do, we do LOA Today. And LOA Today is Walt Thiessen, and he's been around for about 10 years. Where Gone Wild's been around 5. And then we do some stuff with Unify. So
That's the new phase, right? You're branching into Unify, and so your shows, what you're doing in Spirituality Gone Wild is going to be platformed out, and you are going to be spreading
that's
the word
correct.
into so many
Big
households.
time. That's right.
I'm so thrilled for you because I love what you have to say, Deb.
Thank you. I love
You
that
have
too. And one more, we're going to be on Humanity's Stream, which is Humanity's Team. What's exciting about that is what we're going to be able to do for the exposure for the movie and bringing people in for this because, Karen Palmer and I knew long ago that collaboration was everything. And people want to talk a lot about collaboration, but we actually do it. We put it in action. Not to, well, it's true. I hear a lot of
true.
people squawking, oh, it's collaboration.
Oh
Oh,
yeah.
really? I love that. But we do it without an agenda. We just collaborate out of the idea that we're showing up for humanity. And that's a fact. I love that everything that I do is it's going to be a direct reflection of of everyone else. We get to be connected virtually and share our collaborations. Nobody's bigger than the other in any realm for real. But to walk it, act it, and be it, and after 5 years, I'm proud to say it is it. It is that. And so, yeah, the Angel Lady movie, I already know where it's going to wind up. Just saying. We know.
And
Karen knows.
well, and in the great gift of having you and Karen with me on this is that we stay on course for all the good it can do and all the good we can provoke and all of the networking. I mean, I just sort of see this wonderful uh, glittering shawl of prayers and peace that we can spread all over the planet
Hmm. I love that. Yes.
to inspire a moment where we can reset.
That's right.
And the reset theme is the reason why I'm totally excited to talk to you because you have you live I love how you live life. I think you live life the way I live life, which is full tilt. Full tilt.
Okay.
Full tilt boogie. So as a full tilt boogieist, I
Yep.
want to know, what is your secret from getting at it? I mean, would you mind sharing something where it was just the worst and you had to reset? And how did you do that?
Oh, yeah. Let's go to something more recently. Let's go to something in the last 3 years. And that was um, at that point in my life, I'd been doing Spirituality Gone Wild. I had been through what's called the dark night of the soul. Without your dark, you wouldn't know your spark, and this type of thing. What I was experiencing was a complete clearing of anything and everything that was my life before. Totally. No pictures, nothing left. Right. Not sure, I'm house sitting and I have a plan when I'm house sitting and where am I going to do? What am I going to do next? Da, 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 da. And I get a phone call. The phone call is my son. No, it wasn't my son. It was the hospital for my son
No.
because he had attempted suicide and he had been using drugs. And I was just taken aback. There is a moment in our life when you become so grateful that someone's still alive and breathing that I can't describe in words. I remember calling Karen because it was so intense. And the angels are always right there to have everything ready if you're ready to do what you need to, like with resetting. So rather than going into oh my God, what am I going to do? And going into that kind of a thing, Sherry, I said, okay. And I said, all right, very simple. Do you want help? The answer was yes. And I said, okay, I'll buy you a bus ticket. You're going to get on it and you can bring it. I'm not coming to pick you up. He was in Vegas. He said, okay. And I said, if he really wants it, he'll do it because I know from my own behavior that when I want something bad enough, I'm going to do it. So he did that. But the reset came in the belief and the knowing that this was happening for us and not to us.
Debbie.
Well, because he was still breathing. How could I look at this as being bad? He was going to get sober. Called up Josie Herndon, who owns Advanced Therapeutic Services. Said, Josie, I got a situation here. She scholarships him in to boot. Insane stuff. We wind up at the house. He comes to the house from house sitting. We wind up there for a month, and then it was time to leave. We didn't know where we were going. We didn't know what we were going to do. We had nothing but our dogs. And at this point, one of the dogs was still up in Nevada. And when we look at each other, and he's like, Mom, like, what are we going to do? And I said, doesn't really matter. Doesn't really matter. I trust. I know that it's going to be okay. I was in David Strickle's boot camp at that time too. And it's called Trust Your Abundance.
Oh, wow.
It was all about detuning your transgressors and appreciation. So I was engrossed in that. So those tools really helped me out too. But there has never been anything other than gratitude. And Karen Palmer, I got to tell you, this woman has had my back like during these moments, like nobody's business. And she knows it. I love you, Karen.
Mm-hmm.
And there were other people in my life that did that same thing. And there were people out there who watched me on the podcast that sent money to us. And it was incredible. I was getting design jobs I wasn't expecting, all types of stuff. So we rented a car because at this point I had nothing left. It was all gone. So we rented a car, knocked all of our stuff in it for 1 week. We had a car for 1 week. And we got in the car with no idea where we're going to go first. We know we want to go home to the beach. We know we want to be by the beach, but we don't have a clue, Sherry. So we get in the car and he goes, Mom, I really wish we could get Monster. And I went, Monster's our puppy. I mean, Monster was his dad's dog. This is a real big deal. Okay, that's the first thing we're gonna go do because our dogs are our babies. Like, I don't go anywhere without Foxy. We don't go anywhere without Monster or Ava.
Right,
just all there is to it.
Get your
So
family together.
So we get in the car. Don't know where we're going. And we literally go to Nevada. We pick up the dog, and then we drive to San Diego all on the same day. So we went from the desert of Southern California up through Nevada to Boulder City, all the way through to the back end, Mexicali way to get to San Diego. Still no idea what we're going to do. People online, they're watching us on this adventure. It's all publicized. They see us doing this, and not because we need you, not because we wanted somebody to feel sorry for us, but to show us, look, you can be in any situation in your life. But if you believe that you're okay. The angels are always there. These angel wings are significant for me. The ones I have right here. Why? Because the angels and that energy, they're there. Archangel Michael's in there. He's protecting, and believe me, he knows what he's doing. But I was required to trust at this point. Period. People would say, Debbie, how are you handling this. I'm handling it with gratitude. I'm handling it with appreciation. I have pictures of the mornings I'd wake up in San Diego for those 5 days that we didn't know where we were going, had the car rented and had to have it back up in the desert and just like no clue. Once the car was taken back, we're like, I have no idea what we're going to do from there. None.
Mhm.
I'm supposed to just trust. So I get a phone call from someone who says, we've got this, it's such a crack up. She goes, we've got this ranch butt up against Mexico, a mile from the beach in San Diego. We need we need you guys. Could you think you guys could go and like manage it for a while? I'm like, huh? Okay. Horses and beach and a 40-foot trailer I'm going to be in. Still no car, by the way. So we said yes. And
Yes.
we said yes. And they're like, oh, we've got a work truck. We've got a ranch truck. Don't worry about it. So this and that. It was great. That was for a short term thing. But the fact is what I can promise you is no idea where we're going. All humility. Talk about being humbled. It's humbling to tell people this so radically honestly because people are judging and this and that, and you can't worry about it. You have to trust what God and what the angels are saying to you. You have to trust. They have to know it's going to get better from here. In fact, forget get better from here. I got happy in it. I was taking pictures of like the scenery and I got happy in it. I was in it going, look at this, look at that, look at this.
Yeah,
And Christopher, one night, Christopher and I had just enough money for a hotel room, like we're in San Diego. And we go, should we save the money and like kick it on the beach? Because it's August, it's gorgeous, right? We kick it on the beach. We let everybody know this is what we're doing. We're literally in our car on the not our car, the rented car.
Yeah.
6'7", my son is trying to sleep in this car with our two dogs and me, and I'm 5'10". I'm not tiny. So it was hilarious. Oh my God, feet up on the windows. It was just the funniest thing on the planet. But when I woke up that morning, it was the most glorious sunrise I had ever seen. There is so much beauty out there, and you can appreciate those simplistic things in your life. And when you do that, you're going to get a phone call and say, hey, we need this thing. Another key too was being honest and saying, hey, this is what's happening. The reset though is something that happens all day long that we can do. No, your life, we don't need to wait until your life becomes something that it feels unmanageable at first. We can do the reset at any given time of the day.
Mhm.
If your life, and it's just like in the movie, resets the mind, resets what your belief system is. Maybe I say this, or are you thrilled, or how's what you're doing working? Well, it's not because all this stuff's happening. All right, do it different. What? Find things to appreciate, find things to do that are going to fill your soul in the moment. Your external existence doesn't mean a dang thing. It changes. It doesn't matter. What matters are the people that are in your life.
Right. That's
And
key. That's key, isn't it?
yeah, totally. So
Those
that's an
people
experience of resets.
online, those people online who believed in you, those people who saw your adventure and saw your
Yeah,
courage and saw your vision, and then you mirrored back to them, you took that on. I mean, you took on this voyage to see what would happen, and you kept affirming this thing you were living out, this stand you were taking, which is I'm going to trust. I'm going to trust I'm going to be taken care of. I'm going to trust I'm here for a reason.
that's right.
I'm going to trust I have value. I'm going to trust it's only going to it's going to be better. I'm trust I have stuff to offer. The single mom in the car with the son. That's parallel to our film in Angel Lady.
Yep,
Driving, running, I mean, not knowing what is going to, where to
that's
land,
right.
how to do it. Our girl hides, and creates herself all over again, and then is discovered. But what you did is you sat on the beach and you
Yeah,
gave yourself over to a reset. which was in nature, wasn't it?
That's right. And
Yeah,
that's where my reset, yeah,
yeah,
totally.
yeah.
And every breath that my son was taking.
Oh,
You see, in life, you can't I don't believe, and take this as being your hope, that you can lose it all. Because once you lose it all, you realize that that's not it. You have to lose it all to know you had it all at the same time.
It's funny because we lived that together, and I remember when Christopher called you, I remember that night like as if it was just yesterday. And just to think of how, what I want to say about Debbie is what she always exudes is gratitude. Even in the darkest moments, she was grateful for breath. And I said, and I was just touched by what she was encountering, with such an incredible grace, that she just has this beautiful understanding that in every moment we have a choice whether to choose to feel the gratitude or focus on the grievances. And it's so powerful how everything that was thrown at her, I was just watching
Yes.
and from the sidelines, being as supportive as I possibly could be. But I was just amazed at how situations continued to be, detrimental, that were very difficult, and she never stopped smiling, and she always just had that I'm grateful for this, and I'm grateful for that, and I'm grateful for this, and I know that this
Oh,
is happening, and I'm not putting my head in the sand. I know that this is happening, but I am showing up with gratitude. And I believe, like, my superpower is kindness. Her superpower is gratitude. And I have watched her overcome so much by being her true essence self is gratitude. And just like my true essence self is kindness. And no matter what you throw at me, I'm going to stay kind. No matter what you throw at Debbie, she's going to stay grateful. And so I think that it's such a beautiful reflection of the absolute oneness that we all are, and that we can really witness it in each other, especially when somebody's going through a dark time. And that's why I knew Debbie would jump on this movie. I knew when Sherry was saying, who do you think I should reach out to next? And I was like, well, of course, there's no question about who you should, the person who knows live stream, the person who knows how to get this out as big as it deserves to be, is Debbie G.
we're really world building here. And so I want you to know that if you're watching, you're invited.